Ladies and gentlemen, greetings and salutations and whatnot. I am Ahrtimmer, and we're here with Do You Remember? Return to Castle Wolfenstein. That's right, something actually worked today. So, yeah, Return to Castle Wolfenstein. It's probably the classic first-person shooter. I wouldn't call it the first, because there was Doom and there was other things that I can't remember off the top of my head right now that I probably should. But, this is kinda like the father for an entire genre of first-person shooters, as far as I know. I may be wrong. I've been wrong before, but this is one of the most memorable classics. So, let's shoot some Nazis. It still hasn't gotten old, has it? If the buttons would work. There we go. And, of course, I will skip the cutscenes for you, because no one's overly interested in those. So, the story is a big occult, mystery, Nazis. I don't fully understand it. I've never actually played through the game myself. I actually got it from a friend of mine, and he's copied it to me, so that I can be all like, showing you this and showing you that. It's one of those games that probably should be on the list. It's probably remembered a little bit more than most that I would put in the Do You Remember? But even so, it's not the most recent game, and it deserves a bit of recognition. So, for its time, like, the graphics aren't particularly dated. I mean, everything will become old eventually, but they're suitable, they're no worse. In fact, I'd say they're neatly better than anything you would get
there you are.
in
Shackles that one to the
Enclave. Not by much, but I think they're similar era games. There's a lot of secrets and whatnot. This is like the game for secrets and stabbing things. And doing weird things like this, like electrocuting your partner. It's probably not the best move, but he's dead already. You will notice that a lot of the time when I want to open a door, I will lean, because if you've got a lean button, I'm expecting it to be on E, and it most clearly is not. It's on F. So E is the user. Not sure how we live through that, but now I have to deal with this. It's all about shooting first, ladies and gentlemen. This is one of those games. Now, I don't want to say that anything is a particular disappointment, because I didn't expect anything from this game, to be perfectly honest. I just expected a fairly generic first-person shooter. And it's kind of exactly what I received, no offense to the people who love this game. It is good. I'd even go so far as to say that it's great in some respects, but there's nothing truly unique about it. However, there is one thing. Lean, you can't shoot while leaning. That strikes me as a bit of an oversight. But, you know, I manage. Controls are well laid out. It's fairly standard spacebar to jump, E to use. The lean is a little bit unusual, but nothing you can't cope with. The most bizarre is the control as a shoot button, which I haven't seen in a very long time. I suppose it's a sign of the times. There was a time when pretty much every control, if it could be done with the mouse, could be done on the keyboard somewhere. I'm pretty sure, yes, the arrow keys can be used to
Also,
move.
you are to inform me at once of any priority messages. Is that understood? Jawohl, mein Herr.
I hear
What's the
voices.
status of the M7G transceiver?
None of that, please. It's a health-based game in which there's no regenerating health. Again, sign of the times. You get shot, you lose a certain number. You get shot again, you lose more numbers. Is he dead? I don't know. Yes, he is. There's good stealth mechanics, as I think I've mentioned already, like if the alarm goes off, it happens. One of the things I noticed shortly upon starting playing this, and I have given it a brief run through, not all the way through the game, just through the first level or so. The green bar, I was expecting that to be health, and I was just noticing that it wasn't going down when I get shot, so I figured, well, maybe because this isn't... I'm not sure if it's a legit copy, I'm going to assume that it is for my friend's sake. Copies of games. But, as I was saying, if I can use my brain again... Hang on. Thoughts are happening. Not sure what they are yet. Ah! Open the door. No, it's completely gone. Oh yeah, I just thought it wasn't going down because it wasn't a proper install. And, like, I've just copied files from this and straight onto that, but sometimes things don't work. In this case, I was completely mistaken. And it turns out that the bar is just a repeater. Turns out, not good at shooting people. You know, that tiny bit of propaganda. Like I said, there are secrets everywhere. My friend is the kind of person who knows where every secret is. I personally aren't all that interested. I'd rather just play the game, but points are nice. And you can say that you've done everything there is to do once you've found every secret, I suppose. That said, my friend is capable of getting through about this entire level without being seen. Personally, I mean, stealth mechanics are nice. And I can't complain about anything in the game in that regard, but... meh. Where's the fun if you just use this for an entire game? I mean, it's fun to have a knife that, you know, you can stab like crazy with, but... shooting is what the game's about, really. Don't ask me what that did. Oh, that's what that did. Dum-dum-dum-dum. Don't need any more food. Ammo is always good, though. Ammo is a major concern. I've heard. I've not played enough of this to know how much ammo you eat through and how much you don't. But, yes. That's mission 1. I think we can get through another and enjoy some twisty-turny corridors filled with Nazis and just general horrible whatnot.